I met a gypsy.
Today is the day that every Insta post drops about who's going where, who's doing what. Jason Anderson to Kawasaki.
Yeah.
Give me your thoughts.
Man, I'm just happy to see everybody make the moves that they thought was for them, right? Like, obviously it sucks to see Jason leave Husky, and he was always around when I was around, and like I went to all the races when I was on Super Minis and 125s or whatever, and would watch all the guys with Hewitt and everything. So like I was always around Jason, and like, yeah, it does suck to see someone who you're like used to leave, and somebody who's like such a free spirit and so chill and like understanding of what's going on around him. But it's like at the end of the day, like he made a decision for himself that he thought was his best move, and I'm sure he's happy with. And it's cool to see, you know what I mean? And like for the sport, it's sick. Like there's going to be a bunch of new people that were like tuned out because everything was the same for so long. That's going to come back and be like so many new people on new different bikes. Like this is sick, you know? So like I think it's going to be a fun season for a lot of people coming in, like seeing new bikes, new colors, and also the signing of Mookie. It's funny, like the life full circle thing. Like this is the guy that was helping me out through all my bad times, and then like now we're on the same team, you know? It's just funny to see like
I hadn't even
life
thought of that.
Full circle. Yeah. It's funny. Like I mean I haven't either, but it's like you mentioned that, and then I start thinking about it, and it's sick. And then obviously I'm really close with Dean, so like just to have like everybody who I'm close with pretty much on the same team, like it's pretty sick. It's gonna be a fun environment. I'm actually looking forward to what the season has to offer, and especially with all the new boys.
So Malcolm's gonna be at Aldon's, right?
Yeah.
How's that gonna go?
I think it'll go really good. I think he's gonna have the structure he needs. I think he's gonna have a bike that fits him, that works really well. And obviously Aldon hasn't done any wrong in a way, you know what I mean? Like he's made a bunch of champions. You have your guys that came into Baker's and it didn't really work out, but that is what it is. That's moto. Yeah. So I think Malcolm is in for a good year based off of just I see him. He's really focused. He's happy to be where he's at, and like that's one of the main things on racing is like your mentality on everything is kind of what you're gonna do. You know, like he's happy. He's got a new team, fresh start, Aldon behind him. Like believe it or not, like you go to Baker's and there is no question mark on like what are those guys doing over there. It's so it feels like it's so like secretive, you know what I mean? Like you get that confidence of knowing like, oh, I'm doing absolutely everything that the past champions were doing, and let's go to war, you know what I mean? So I think the confidence of Baker's, obviously him taking training really serious and all that good stuff, I think he's in for a good year. And then obviously, I mean, he just came off of, he podiumed the last round of SX, so like, you know it's there, you know what I mean? And I think if all the cards play right, obviously, and good starts, I think you'll see a lot of the 27.
Man, that I've seen that dude do some shit on a bike that's just fucking insane. Like, there's not many people on the planet that can ride a bike as good as Mookie.
Or go through the whoops.
Yeah, man, there's some there's some crazy Stewart shit going on there.
I've had a bunch of people that are like, hey, go to Stewart's and train on whoops. I'm like, dude, those fuckers don't care to die in those things, dude. I kind of care, you know what I mean? Like the way he hits whoops is like no regard for life, you know what I mean?
Dude, I got this footage. I would love to try and dig through my hard drives. I should try and do it and find this footage. I filmed, you know those like Phantom Flex cameras, those cameras that are like 1500 frames per second. So we were filming Mookie through the whoops in that, and he's like, it was like the test track was beat to shit, and he's just going like just started going right, and then he fucking hit the tabletop of the step on step off, and just launched, dude, like fucking sideways, completely jumped the whole lane across, landed, and then skidded, and then stopped before the fence. It was like the biggest non-crash you've ever seen in your life, man. I was just like, I actually have no idea how you've done that.
That's just a normal Monday for me.
Yeah, that's just straight.
No, yeah, I mean, it is insane. I think it's funny too, like when you see guys in Supercross, right? Like regardless who they are, like say a Mackie, right? Like they have a huge offset in the bike, and like it's kind of crazy when you watch like I don't know if you've actually like paused or slowed down saves, but like it's actually kind of crazy how natural like your brain works for you to like correct something super fast. Like half the time you don't realize everything's going on, but like I've had times where I've almost crashed and it's been on video, and I go back and look at it, I'm like, holy shit, I did that. You know what I mean? And it's like it's kind of crazy how it works out. You know what I mean? Just off of like mentally just like shifting super quick and all that kind of stuff. And then like what I was about to say is like these people on Supercross, when you see the SX replays and like you see guys who probably don't even really realize what they did or how they did it, or even if they had the skill to bring back what they did. But it's like it's funny to see how that all works out in a way. You know what I mean? Like you don't ever even know that you have the skill to do that kind of stuff.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.